Welcome to TalkNorth.com. Thanks to our longtime producer, Brandon Morton. Please download before you listen. If you'd like to advertise with us, you can reach us at TalkNorthPodcast@gmail.com. And please follow us on Twitter at TalkNorthPod.
Thanks a lot for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on the show, Steve. Should be a good one. Thanks for having me, Steven.
Double S anytime, man.
Christopher Mando Russo here. You are listening to Steven Strom on TalkNorth.com.
Always passionate, always fiery. You're listening to the Strom Sports Show. Take it away, Steven.
And I hope everybody had an awesome holiday season. Whatever you celebrated, Merry Christmas to you, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever you celebrate, hope you did it the right way with your friends and family. Thank you for making me part of your morning, afternoon, or night. This is the Strom Sports Show, episode 77. Steven Strom here. Before we get started here, I got to give a nice little birthday shout out to my dad, my best friend, and that is Steve Strom out there. Happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend. Quick little thing on my dad and I would not be here doing this without the guidance and the passion and everything that you sort of hear from me on a Sunday basis usually echoes what that man says as well, because we are like two peas in a pod. He is my best friend, and I wish him nothing but the best for today, forever and ever and ever. That's my guy. We'll go celebrate a little bit later here, but big shout out to my dad here. Happy birthday to him on this December 29th, Sunday. Happy 30th, Dad, as we approach episode 77 here of the Strom Sports Show. Okay, we've got Matthew Coller from Score North. He'll join me in just a bit here, but let's first get into this. You know, we talk about Giannis, we talk about Harden, we talk about LeBron, especially this year being, and we were reminded once again that Kawhi Leonard is the number one player in the world. That Christmas Day slate was a little disappointing in the beginning, right? You had the 76ers blow out the Bucks. You had the Warriors beat the Rockets. And then you had the Clippers and Lakers, which is what I was looking forward to. And I was looking forward to this for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm a big Clipper guy. I think the Clippers are the best team in the league. I've been saying it since the beginning. I'll take the Clippers in 6 games over the Lakers any time of the week. And also, it's another chance for Kawhi Leonard to remind us again that he is the best player on planet Earth right now. And he was on Wednesday against the LA Lakers. Leonard was the best player on the floor in that 111-106 Clippers win over the Lakers. Christmas Day, big stage, everyone's watching. What does Kawhi Leonard do? He goes out there, puts up 35 points, 12 rebounds, 5 of 7 shooting from 3, 11 of 19 from the field, and most importantly, LeBron James, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Also, the Clippers came all the way back. Clippers were down 12 at halftime, which was the largest halftime deficit overcome to win on Christmas Day since the Dallas Mavericks did it back in 2013. So we talk about Giannis, we talk about Harden, we talk about LeBron. Well, what did they do on Christmas? And I understand people are going to say, oh, it's just one game, but it's not, though. It's not, because Harden, what does he do in the postseason? What has Giannis done in the postseason, right? Let's take a look at the competition for the best player in the league right now on Christmas Day. Whether you like it or not, there's more juice to the games. It's nationally televised. Let's just take a look here about the 3 guys that everyone likes to crown as the best player in the world just because Kawhi doesn't play 82 games. Harden lost to an 8-24 Golden State Warrior team by 12. Giannis lost to a Philly team by 12, shot 8 of 27 from the field, 0 of 7 from 3, and he was a minus 18 in the plus-minus department. And LeBron James? Oh, how did he do? 9 for 24 from the field, 2 for 12 from 3. And the Lakers choked a 12-point lead at halftime. You know why Kawhi Leonard is the best player on the planet? He's under control. He's impossible to fluster. He's impossible to speed up if you're the opposition. And it's crazy because it doesn't look like he's going 100%. It looks like Kawhi's going 75% and everyone else is going 100. But Kawhi still gets where he wants to get to, still elevates when he wants to, and still gets a bucket on you whenever he wants to. He has a lethal mid-range jumper. Again, he doesn't care what you think, right? Because what NBA analytics say is that the mid-range jump shot is extinct. Oh, stupid. Shouldn't take it. 3's worth more than 2's. And here's the biggest thing with Kawhi. Kawhi doesn't care what I think. He doesn't care what you think. He doesn't care what any NBA analyst says about him sitting out for load management. He doesn't care about the mid-range jump shot, the analytics department saying don't take it, because Kawhi is the best player on the planet. He doesn't change for anyone. You have to change for him. The spots that he operates from, elbow, mid-post, gives you a little 1-2 bump, turn right, shoulder fade. You beat him to the spot? Oh, he'll give you a little bump, rise right over you. Go watch that fourth quarter from Wednesday's Clipper-Laker game. Eye test. It's not even close. Kawhi Leonard is the best player on the planet. He mopped LeBron James. And not a lot of players can make LeBron look microscopic. Kawhi did that on Wednesday night. How about LeBron at the line? This is a little sequence I want to take you back to. LeBron at the line, 109-106. LeBron misses the second free throw. Kawhi boxes out, which in a lot of people's mind, oh, he just boxed out. No. Go look at that box out. This is what winning players do. You want a rebound? Give me Kawhi. You want to stop? Give me Kawhi. You need a bucket? Give me Kawhi. Kawhi boxes out, grabs a rebound. There's zero panic in his eye. He draws a double team, gets fouled, makes 2 at the line. Good night. I run LA. Clippers win. Kawhi doesn't miss a single free throw in the fourth quarter. And I think the scariest thing about Kawhi Leonard is A, he's not 100% yet. And B, he's only 28 years old. He's still going to get better. He's got a chance here to get 4 or 5 rings. And I'm dead serious when I say this, and it might scare people. But Kawhi Leonard's mental fortitude / mental strength is in that MJ, Kobe Bryant category. Listen to what he has had to handle and has to go through throughout the NBA season, throughout his career. First one, load management. Fans, NBA analysts ripping him. You can't sit out. What is this? The old school guys would had this many games. No one would ever sit out. Well, you know what? Kawhi played 60 games last year and won an NBA Finals MVP and an NBA Finals. You won out of San Antonio? Greg Popovich? 5 championships? Tim Duncan? Oh, this guy's crazy. How can he want to leave one of the greatest dynasties in sports? Well, you know what? He left. And you know what he did? He went and won a championship with a team that couldn't get over the mental hurdle of LeBron James, that couldn't get over the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the guy that was guarding LeBron James at 21 years old in the 2014 NBA Finals. Oh, by the way, he won Finals MVP then too. How about the New Balance commercial? Kawhi snatching the crown. This is Kawhi City. Kawhi Town. Kawhi knows it. He knows he doesn't need anyone else's approval. He doesn't care what any outsider says. And that's a rarity. And I think that's why people have a hard time coming to terms that this guy is the best player in the NBA? This guy's supposed to care what people think. Well, Durant seeks approval. Durant has burner accounts. He went to Golden State, won 2 finals, expected everyone to say, hey, now I'm the best. No one said it. People still thought LeBron was the best. But KD always seeks that approval. LeBron James, he is seeking either verification or some type of self-esteem issue that he wants everyone to say that he's the best, right? LeBron posts on Instagram after he beats OKC again by 20. Wash King. Kawhi doesn't care about that. He doesn't have social media. He doesn't talk to anyone like Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel or goes on these talk shows. And people don't like that. But that's him. And that's what makes him so great, is that he doesn't care what you think. He doesn't care what the NBA analytics say about mid-range jump shots. He knows he's the best player on the planet. He made that clear in the finals last year. He made it clear in the New Balance commercial. And he made it clear on Wednesday, on Christmas Day, that I run LA. I am the best player in the NBA. People want to come play with me. People want to try to change my game. You adapt to me. He gets to his spots when he wants to. He defends at an insanely high level. He makes every big shot. Free throw line, he's money. And all this crap about, Kawhi Leonard, can he get along? How does he not get along with the Spurs? Well, you know what? What are the Spurs doing? What's Kawhi doing right now? That's the biggest answer. Matthew Coller, the host of Purple Daily on Score North, we'll talk about the Monday night loss against the Packers, a little bit about the game coming up against the Bears, and what the Vikings will do going forward in the playoffs. Stick with us here on the Strom Sports Show. And we're joined here by Matthew Coller, the host of Purple Daily on Score North. He joins us right now. Matthew, thanks for giving me some time today. How's everything?
My holiday was great. I got a Sega Dreamcast, and I've been playing NFL 2K2 for the last.
Wow. NFL 2K2. And how is that? I've never, that is way before my time. How is NFL 2K2? Are the graphics in that?
Yeah, it's quite the throwback, but a revolutionary game, actually. I mean, that's why I wanted it, because it's one of those games that sort of changed everything for how football games were made after that. And it's actually graphically really excellent. I think you'd be surprised.
All right, well, maybe I got to check that out. Birthday's coming up January 24th. Maybe 2K2 Madden is maybe the way to go here. Talk to Mom. All right, Vikings lose 23-10 Monday night versus the Packers. Vikings go to 10-5. They're locked into that 6th seed. Let's just talk about the game on Monday night. The Vikes came out flat, and it hadn't happened in a long time, so I was kind of surprised by it. I have a little bit of a theory. Do you think that since the LA Rams lost to San Francisco, did that play a role, basically knowing that the Vikings had a playoff spot clinched? Maybe they didn't have the same mentality that they would have if it was kind of this we have to win to get in type of game?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you're talking about an incredible atmosphere at US Bank Stadium, the Packers, who you always want to beat, and a pretty important potential chance of getting up to the number 5 seed that was on the line. I mean, you think about the potential benefits of getting to the number 5 seed. If they had won, they would have had it. That would have set them up to play either the Philadelphia Eagles or Dallas Cowboys, and it looks more like it's going to be an Eagles team that has even Zach Ertz hurt, all their wide receivers are injured, Ronald Darby just went on injured reserve, and it's a Philadelphia team that in the Kirk Cousins era, the Vikings have owned both times and won pretty easily in both of those games. That would have been the most ideal situation, so I don't think there was any sort of let the foot off the gas. I think it was the Green Bay Packers having one defensive player who dominated the entire game, and the Vikings' weaknesses that have been there all year getting exposed. And I was a little surprised, but not super, super shocked. I mean, if you look at the Vikings' offensive numbers past October, they are much more of a middle-of-the-pack team than they are a top team. That those great games, those 4 straight games in October where they went over 400 yards and once over 500 yards, and Cousins put up all those crazy numbers, I think that they skew the numbers a little bit from what this offense has been recently, which is much less effective than that. And then with a Packers defense that has star players, they took advantage fully of some of those weaknesses, especially in the interior of the offensive line. And we know this, that when you get in Kirk Cousins' face, that he's going to have a rough night, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and I want to talk about offensively. I agree with everything you just said. Offensively, look, the absence of Dalvin Cook, it was felt. It always is going to be felt. But this game sort of reminded me of the Chicago game earlier in the year where the offensive line just could not, they could not protect Cousins for more than 2 seconds at the most. What do you think some of the reasons why the offense struggled so bad on Monday night? Just because, the offensive line has played pretty decent. What happened on Monday night?
Well, I think it always starts with the quarterback and whether his, mentality is in the right place, if that makes sense. That, Cousins came out at Soldier Field in that game you mentioned in Week 4 and in Week 2 against Green Bay, and right from the very start, even without pressure, looked pretty shaky.
Right.
And he starts the game on Monday night by overthrowing C.J. Ham, which wasn't necessarily the wrong decision. Ham was open in the flat, but he just heaved it over him. And when Cousins is rushing things and things are clearly moving fast around him, which seems to happen sometimes under the brightest lights, I think everybody